Today we're going to talk about the power of conquering your Mondays. Yes, you can conquer your Mondays. You can set the tone for the rest of the day or the rest of the week by conquering your Mondays. A lot of times in society, we always hear the dreaded notion that, it's Monday. Because we listen to everybody else. We listen to what people perceive of their Mondays, but then we don't take into granted that, you're alive. You're 6 feet above ground. That's something to be joyful for. So you see, as you get up on a Monday, you want to think, okay, I'm breathing, I'm alive. And as a result of that, I have to learn to conquer my Mondays so then I could conquer every single day during the week, because every day during the week, I'm alive is the best gift that I could be given. It's the best gift that my Creator gives me, and I'm going to have to learn to rejoice and enjoy that. You cannot be successful or you cannot grow in any avenue of your life if you don't learn to conquer your Mondays. If you're going to work every day and you're disappointed in your days, if you're going to work every day and you don't feel like you want to go to work, then something is wrong. You have to be able to be so proficient at your job. You have to be able to have such a good positive outlook at your work that when you walk out of the door every day, you feel excited, you feel energized, you feel ready to conquer every single Monday. Because when you learn to conquer your Mondays, you learn to conquer your Mondays 7 days a week, because every day is a literal Monday. So let's talk today about conquering your Mondays. The first thing you want to do in conquering your Mondays is knowing that this is the day, truly the day. Your Monday is the day that your Creator have made, and you have to learn to be rejoiced, be glad and happy and joyful in it, because it's a day He's created. You could have died and gone, and just as Zig Ziglar would say, you could have gotten up and gone, but you didn't. You're still here. So don't let people's perception of a day ruin that. Learn to enjoy the moment. Learn to enjoy your day. Learn to grow. Learn to cherish life. You see, what we do, we spend so much time worrying. We spend so much time being down instead of realizing that time is the one asset we have that we cannot get back. Once you use a minute, it's gone. You cannot get that minute back. Once you use a day, it's gone. You cannot get it back. So learn to cherish the moment. Learn to cherish the days that you have, and learn to be joyful and rejoice in your days, and learn to take the bull by the horn and go through your day. You don't want to be somebody who stump your toe on the bed post in the morning and then just blast out all these extremities, and turn out that and set a negative energy for your day. You want to be somebody who takes that tone of that day and learn that this is the day that your Creator has made, and you will rejoice and you will be glad in it. Another way you can conquer, second point, in which you can conquer your Mondays, is learn to plan your day the night before. Get an organizer and plan the task that you need to do the next day. Organize your day. Organize your task. Prioritize your task as to the most important things first and the least important things last. So you know the things that you have to get done in that day, and you know the things that could float over till the next day. You know the things that are most important. You do first things first, you see, and you get it done. A lot of times when you go to the office or you go to places, instead of focusing on what you spend a lot of time talking with your coworkers, walking around, and all the time you take taking breaks. You take more breaks than the time you take working. You have to learn to prioritize your time and learn to be effective with your time. You have to learn that as you utilize your time, then you get your task done if you prioritize your task. So always plan your day the night before, or better yet, if you could plan it the week before and plan in weeks, the Sunday night, plan the entire week, that would be awesome, but you learn to plan your day the night before so that you know put the task in priority so that you know which task that you need to complete first. Point number 3. Another way that you could learn to conquer your Monday is to learn that whenever you go home from work, you're not resting. When you go home from work, it's not a time where you turn on the TV and just simply goof off for the rest of the 8 hours before you go to bed. No, it's a time where you utilize that time as well to grow. Look at the things that you need to learn from work. Look at the things that you need to increase in your mind, in your skill set, your communication styles. Learn all those different things because that brings value to you. And you see, you don't get paid for your time. You get paid for your value. The more valuable you are is the more you could reckon being paid for. You see, if you are not valuable, you can't ask for a raise. If you're not valuable, you can't produce. And if you're not producing, then what happens? Then you're not making the necessary revenues for the establishment to be able to pay you anymore. So you see, you want to increase your value. You want to use some of that portion of time after work to develop yourself. Use some of that portion of time after work to increase your value, increase your skill set, learn something new. What problem areas that you have, learn to utilize that time to grow in those problem areas. Learn to utilize that time to grow in your communication skill. Learn to utilize that time to grow in your knowledge base. Learn to utilize that time. You see, a lot of times what we do, we take weekends. Your weekend is your weekend off. But you see, the fact is, if you take a certain season in your life to grow, you will grow in such a way that later on in life, you will find that you will be able to travel more. You will be able to do more. You'll be able to spend more. You'll be able to do more things with your family. You see, you have to always learn that you're going to what? You have to do today what others will not, so you could do tomorrow what others cannot. You have to do today what others will not, so you can do tomorrow what others cannot. Don't put things off. Learn to sit and to learn to put yourself into action. Learn to utilize websites like edx.org. You can learn anything on there. How to use Excel, how to use all the different programs. Learn any subject whatsoever. It's all there. You can get free classes there. You go to edx.org and you learn. Use YouTube. YouTube videos about different software, different things that you're using at work, different sound systems, different problems, different class projects and all of those things. And learn from other people who have been down that road. Learn. Use your time away from work as a time of growth. Use your time away from work at a time of adding value to yourself. It's not about the establishment. It's about you adding value to you. And as you add value to you, it reduces the stress levels in your life, because then you become more competent. You become very good at what you do. You become more efficient at what you do. You are able to come up with creative ideas and creative solutions to help you in doing what you need to do. You see, a lot of times what we do, we try to be in a fishbowl, and you're in a fishbowl and you're trying to solve the problems with the solutions and the knowledge that you know of being in a fishbowl. What you need to do is need to step out into the ocean of life and learn to grow your skills. So then you have access to all of that extra knowledge, all that extra information. And as you have access to all that extra information, you could bring it all to bear on the problem. And if you bring it all to bear on the problem, you're able to annihilate the problem. You're able to get rid of the problem quicker. You're able to come up with concrete solutions. You're able to come up with concrete creative ideas that pushes the establishment forward. And then that adds value to the business or whatever you're working for. You see, let's talk about point number 4. The point number 4, you have to learn to delegate. You have to learn to delegate. You have to learn that you work with a team and you delegate things. You can delegate. You don't have to do everything. You're not your creator. You do not walk on water. And because you do not walk on water, then you don't have the solution for everything. You have to learn to delegate, and you have to learn to help others to shine. You have to learn to help others to be the best version of themselves. And they cannot be the best version of themselves if you don't allow them to be the best version of themselves. Allow them to bring something to the table and delegate. And when you delegate, build an atmosphere where everything is done with a spirit of excellence. So everybody does everything with a spirit of excellence. But even if you're somebody that things are being delegated to, you have to yourself learn to do things with a spirit of excellence, because you want to be part of a team, not somebody that somebody has to come behind and fix what you just did. You want to be part of a team, so what you're contributing is done with a spirit of excellence. I know that's quite a bit of I'm quite a mouthful of what all the stuff that I've shared. But in life, we have to learn to conquer our Mondays. We have to learn that Monday is a gift. Monday is a gift. And if we conquer our Mondays, it helps us to conquer our Tuesdays. It helps us to conquer our Wednesdays. It helps us to conquer our Thursdays. It helps us to conquer our Fridays, our Saturdays, and Sundays. You see, you don't want to wish your life away and say, oh, I can't wait till it's Friday. Then, all what you're doing, you're getting older, and then you're not enjoying life. You're not enjoying your days, and you're not enjoying the days that you're alive. So you want to go out there and learn to conquer your Monday. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button below. Hit the subscribe button below. And when you hit the subscribe button, don't forget to select the bell, because by selecting the bell, it gives you the wonderful opportunity to be notified whenever I add a new video. Thank you.